Hi everyone. So today, um, today 9th of May here where I am, and it's we just recently had new moon in Taurus and in Vedic in new moon in Aries, and I really feel like this is a new beginning for my journey as well. And I remember when I came back to this channel after 2 years, I told that I really, the reason I came back to this is like I really want to share my knowledge and the wisdom that I have accumulated over the years regarding energy. How to how how I open myself up to the energy around me, and which guides me to read a lot of things. Like tarot is a one of those things. Tarot is not ultimate, and other energies. So I really wanted to try to I'm not gonna say teach, but I really wanted to share my experience and how I opened myself up, how gradually, because it really came to me like almost like something that I'm destined to open up to. So I did not have any path, I did not have any teacher, I did not have any bunch of books to follow or anything. It just naturally showed me the way that I can open myself up to. So I really want to share that organic way to open oneself to the energy that is available all the time around us. So before so there is so today this session I'm gonna do, or I would try to do once a week. This is like a master class, and this is really a master class to how to read energies. And it's not a ready-made thing. It's not a no ready-made formula that I can give it to you and you can apply in your life. It's a process, it's a practice, it's a dedication itself. So I'm just gonna go through this process every week, and that's how we are gonna roll. Okay, so today is our first session, as you can see for me. Okay, so let's talk about let's talk about the setup first, and then I'm gonna go into a detail about energy, and then we are gonna start reading. Okay. So for me, what I have noticed over the period of time, that it is important, because it is important for us to create a space wherever you are reading. It doesn't have to be in the room, it can be anywhere, as you know. um, but create especially when you are like training yourself to open yourself up to this existing energy around you. So when before, once you get very pro in it, once you very sync up with your energy and others, then it doesn't matter where you are. You're always gonna be very attuned with the energy around you. But when you are not, when you are just entering into this process, into this practice, um, it is very important, at least for me, to create a space where I feel that I am um, almost like a temple, like very sacred, very peaceful, very like whatever I like for me. I like to deal with the fire element whenever I read energies, especially when I do like a deliberate reading, like a fire energy. Like I have like three candles going on, like one or that one is this, and then another one is this. these are the very little minute detail. This color, I'm very very sensitive to color. I love color. I love color, and I love warmth. So this is, you see, these are maybe not necessary for some of you, but it is for me, because I'm introducing, it's like a recognizing what you truly like, kind of. So it's like the reading, ultimately a reading energy is ultimately reading you, reading knowing you. So this little detail, like, I love this. I love the how, this color glow with fire. I love this little detail. So for me it is very, so I'm trying to create a space where things are much more attuned with my taste, attuned with my sensuality, because I'm very sensual. I love this kind of, so it's like, I'm not saying that is the only process, of course not. So what I'm trying to say is, like, whenever you sit somewhere, try to create a space that sync with your taste. Okay. So for me, fire really does that for me. So this warmth, I feel this warmth, I feel this coziness, the candle and everything, and so this is something that I really invite, this kind of atmosphere into this space. So if it is for you, like, let's say you are really somebody who is really very much attuned with the sound of water, maybe you can have a little table fountain, or maybe a jar of still water. It's like, what I'm trying to say, try to sync up with your element, what element really brings that peacefulness within you, that feel like, okay, you are safe. That element, we all have elements that we are very much connected with. So that kind of bring that element in a real form into the space when you are gonna be so vulnerable, when you're gonna be so open, when you're gonna be so no restriction. So you need to feel safe to begin with. So this is something that you need to create for yourself. Okay. So then I am also, I I like, I like smell. I really like, I'm very attuned with senses. So I already put a incense sticks here, and I like the smell, how it's smelling. And like, I'm also like, this is the thing, like, whenever I'm like, these are the things that I collected from nature. This is the thing that it's like a piece of wood that I found at the beach. And then this is the bintang laut in Indonesian version. It's a starfish. It's like, I found it somewhere. It's like, over the years, whatever I got very connected to emotionally. This is like a coral. This is a coral that I found also at the at some yeah, there's something happened with the video, but anyway, so I was talking about this coral. Can you see? Yeah, this is like, I found it at the mountain, but that mountain once upon a time used to be under the ocean. So they still have the coral, but all the corals are dried up. So like, I really love this piece. It's so beautiful. I love this intricate detail of it. So I collected all these things, and this is like one of the it's like one of the fruit, like, not really fruit. I don't know. It's like a seed or something from the plants that I was walking in the woods one day, and this is I really found, and I love the texture and the lightness. It's a very velvety texture, very velvety texture. I love it. So these are the things that I have collected over the years, and I like to have this on here, because this is like my connection to this earth, my connection to this land. So whenever I put it on the table, it feels like I'm creating a space for myself, which is very much customized for me. And then I have this rock that I found somewhere, I don't remember, maybe at the beach somewhere. It's beautiful, like, every I all these things are very meaningful to me, because pick them up, and in a very certain moment when I felt very connected with this object, and this object became something more than an object and become part of my memory, part of my existence. So I bring them to this, and then there is like this is a bunch of little shells, a different kind of shells that one day I was walking on the beach, and there is a little girl, a local girl, and she wanted to play with me, and I really wanted to play with her. And what kind of, so we both, the play was like we are going to find different kind of shells from the beach, and we found so many, like look at this, and then like this type, then there is like this type, then there is like this typical one, then there is like this type. So we have multiples. I have more than 30, 40 here, and I put it here. And then this is very simple, it's like a ceramic that I made by myself. And I don't know how to, but this I tried. But so you see, this is not nothing. So all I'm trying to say that this is something. This is the space. This table is something that is very articulated, and very thoughtfully curated. And the curation came from my connection, my heart connection with every object. So when I'm here, I really feel very safe. I really feel very peaceful. I really feel very attuned with my taste, my connection to this, to the land, to this object, to the smell, to the warmth of the candle, to the color. So it's like I'm very attuned with my senses. So I'm enhancing my senses through these kind of attributes. So before we start, I mean, we already started, but I also do one thing, like to I also have other stuff, like let's some let's do some sage. These are all, see, these are all sensual. These are all these things are helping me to open myself up sensually, because senses, the senses that we have, like touch, feel, taste, smell, seeing, these are the tools that we use to interact with the outer world. you know we are a world of it's ourself within this body, and then we interact with the world outside of it, and those are the tools. So in order to really, when I'm talking about reading energy, we are actually transmuting transmuting that energy that outside of us, and transmuting the energy that within us. It's a very intricate dance. So we are breaking barriers, we are be going, like we are changing the timeline. We are entering into a different door, through a different door, into a different world that is outside of us. And that then we are going to link that outside energy within us, so that we can really sync up with the energy. So for that we need to accentuate the senses, because those are the tools that we use to interact with it. There are no other way we can interact with others, our outer world, sensually. We can do it with intuition, we can do with gut feeling, we can do with instinct. But when you are talking about sensually, like materially, how we are interacting with our outer world, those are the tools. So I'm enhancing those tools, enhancing those sensual tools. But anyway, so there is another thing I wanted to talk about, is this fire, how fire is so significant to me. So for me, I really like this warmth. I really like the feeling that I feel when I'm around fire. So before I get into, I really do one thing, because heart, another thing is, heart is very very important to me. I know it's important to everybody, but let's see, let emphasis why I'm saying heart. Heart is the only work organ in our heart, in our body, which connects with everything, which receives all the information from all over our body and then signal it back to it. So this is like nothing escapes heart, you know. So energy is very much about what's happening in throughout our body. So we need to be attuned with our whole sensual whole, like the energy reading is a very body centric process, body centric practice. So that's why what I try to do, this is one of the ritual that I follow, is that I take some, I put my hand over this, I absorb the heat, and then I put it on my heart. And when I put it on my heart, I transfer this heat from my hand to heart, and then heart to all over my body. I focus on my heartbeat, and my senses become very calm, and then it's spread out. So this is I it also give me this feeling that my heart is, this is like my way of saying to my heart that I love you, I trust you, and it's just very like, almost like I'm giving my heart a warm hug. This is my way to embracing my whole sensuality, my body, and creating and giving that signal to my body that you are in a very safe and cozy and loving space, so that my body subconsciously doesn't hesitate to open up. These are my process, and as I'm saying all these things, everybody has different process. So you can also follow this if you feel like this is something, and if you follow and then you say, maybe it's not, let's try to something else. Ultimately, one thing that energy reading is not about, again, it's not about others, it's about reading you. It's about knowing yourself so well that you can make your intricate parts of yours so safe that it can feel safe to open up to the world. That is the only way we can read energy, by making ourselves feel loved and safe in a way that we are not afraid to face the outer world, that we are not afraid to face the unseen. It's like you are making your own core so much loved, so much secure, that then it feel confident to really go out. Energy, again, without that, whenever we push ourselves to read energies, but we have a lot of fear within us, the energy that we read, it's a very much fear based, then it's very hard to distinguish whether you are reading it intuitively or you are reading it sensually, whether the intuition is coming from your fear, or you're really being completely open and transparent and absorbing the energy around you. So then it's become the question of whether that reading is subjective or whether that reading is objective. And we want to be as transparent as we can be, so that our own um, predisposition to certain emotion does not get interfered with when we're reading others energy. So our own fear does not get projected on the energy outside of it, and then we read that energy from that angle of fear, and from that angle of insecurity, from the angle of being not feeling safe. So it's all about, before you get into energy reading, it's all about making yourself feel that you are completely taking care of yourself in that moment. You are completely attuned to your liking, what you like, what your taste, like what extra, like what enhances your sensual safety, those kind of things are very, very important. So that's why I really wanted to spend some time on this process. Okay, so um all right. Oh, I also have this knife, this metal. I like the feel of the metal. So I have all this kind of different aspect of things that I, it's like a very tangible, the way I can touch it, I can feel it, I can, so it gives me a sense of very groundedness. Very grounded is not just I'm connecting with just cerebrally. It's another thing. Energy reading can be done like that, but true energy reading, when it's a healing for yourself, it's not just a, you know it's not just it's a very, when you want to do a aware energy reading. Sometimes energy reading, it just come to you and you don't know where it came from, and you just feel it and you just utter it. Okay, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, this is going to happen. It's like a, it's like a premonition, but that's doesn't happen without the awareness of our body. But this is here, this masterclass, we are actually gonna make our body aware of our knowledge, because that's where the, that's where we know how it is happening. When we know how it is happening, then we can actually heal our lot of blocked pain, lot of blocked energies within ourselves. It's a very healing and catharsis. So okay, so this is after this, so let's do a reading and see how we are um, reacting to it or responding to it. Okay, so there is another thing I do. So let's this is my favorite card. If you guys used to follow my, or was following my channel when I was doing tarot reading, I you might have remember this card deck. It's like a fairies card, by Brown Frog. Really beautiful. It just initially I was little scared too, because the, image is very strange and it can provoke a lot of strange emotion. And initially I was scared to do certain things because it was giving me a lot of uh, energies that I was not ready for, and I was feeling a little uncomfortable. But then I really opened up to it, and it just, this is my favorite. Okay, so let's do our we're just gonna, when I say reading, we're not gonna do a very lengthy thing. Oh, but first two card came out, but we put it back. Let's we're just gonna take maybe three cards, and then I'm gonna share my process with you, how I interact with cards. I like to shuffle a lot, I'm not a lot, but it's just and I also do this, because I, for me, my palm is very sensitive when it comes, especially when I put it on the fire. I feel like it absorbs a lot of energy, and it can absorb a lot of energy. So when I, like before, like I have been, like let's say I haven't used this card for a while, or maybe a couple of days, or whatever. If I feel like, I just put my hand again on the candle and absorb the heat, and then I put it on the deck, and I try to again the transfer this heat through the deck, and I can feel that is going in. I can feel the transfer, and what this process does to me, it's nothing. It just makes me feel like this, I'm sharing a certain sense of warmth and love with it. So it's all about, it's there is no hard and fast rule here. It's all about how to make everything that you are going to be working with a part of your existence, part of this. Bring it home, and share that how much you care for that, whether it's a card, whether it's a little object, whether it's a stone, just everything, considering everything is almost like living, they are. and you are sharing this bond with it. So you are like welcoming, that's how I do. So when I'm reading, it's not my I'm by all doing all this, I'm enhancing the love meter and decreasing the fear meter. This is what this all this process is happening, and that the main purpose of this process. Okay, so let's get down two cards and see what we are seeing. Okay. Oh, we got. So I'm gonna bring that camera a little down so that. Okay. So here. So you got four cards. Before we get into anything, so I take one card. And there's the first, when you see something, but remember, this is a process, right? When you see something, maybe first time when you're seeing something, it's a lot of, this energy work is work on yourself. Again, I'm saying this. So when we first saying, maybe you can get a fearful reaction. Maybe you can get something like something that you are not comfortable with, whatever you are getting. Always remember, this is very important. Whatever you are getting, always remember that it's something that it's trying to communicate with you. It's not trying to harm you. It's not trying to put you in danger. It just trying to communicate with you. Energy is nothing but communication. It's trying to communicate with you what? That's why we need to get. So, like this card, right? I'm not going to read the card, then what's the point? Like, I'm not going to see what I'm saying. I'm going to explain like how I'm seeing things so that you know the process. Okay, so whenever I see this, I feel my first not reaction. This is not a reaction. This is like my first, the communication that I receive, whatever I receive, I really, it's like I create a mental image of it. And then this is my repetitive process. I put my hand over the fire candle and I absorb the heat, and again I try to transfer it. And whatever my first energy communication that this card did to me, I go deep into that. I go deep into that sensuality. Like, I'm gonna explain to you. So this card, when I first saw it, this central woman, however you are feeling it, like let's say whatever you are feeling it, your first feeling of it, always remember that it's energy reading is, again, it's a self-healing process, and it's also healing only comes through feeling. So you need to feel. Even if you felt very scary, don't, again, always remember, these cards, nothing in this space, because you created this space, you remember, and you are safe. Nothing gonna scare you, nothing gonna harm you. This is a mode of communication. So whatever let's say you felt, whatever you felt, like if it is too scary, it triggered some kind of memory or triggered some kind of emotion that you are not comfortable with. It's okay. Those emotions are trying to communicate with you. It's not going to harm you. It's not going to, so whatever it is. And if you are feeling whatever you are feeling, that hold on to that feelings, the sensation. And then when I put this heat onto this and transfer it, what I do when I said that I go deep into that feeling, that means I'm trying to feel like where I'm feeling it. Am I feeling it in my navel? If that feeling goes to my heart, or this feeling going to my brain, my mind, Do I feel my jaws are getting tighter? So you see what I'm trying to do, I'm transferring this feeling to this my body senses, body sensation. I am connecting, I'm linking these feelings with my body. So that when I linking this feeling with my body, that means I know that communication is that those body parts, those things, if I'm feeling a tight jaw, that means I need to focus on later on. Later on I need to focus on, okay, why I am getting closed up. Is it triggering something? Is it trying to communicate something that I am not feeling comfortable to hear? Is creating a fearfulness in me? Or if I feel, oh my god, it just, I feel my heart is getting brighter, I'm feeling this light sensation in my heart region, that means is it trying to communicate like, so it is giving me this open up kind of energy. So by doing this, we are really, a single card can give all this sensation to our body. And this is again, when you do repeatedly, like I have been practicing it for 4 years now. And it's like whenever I, like now I feel like I'm very open to it, and I can process all this information real fast. But when you are doing it fast, don't hurry that, what is trying to communicate. It's not about what is trying to communicate. Trust the process. Trust the process. Even if it is, you are feeling like, oh, I'm not getting any communication, I'm just feeling this something in my heart, I'm feeling something in my knee, I'm feeling something in my hip, I'm feeling something in my navel area, like, focus on that. Don't try to jump into the what is trying to communicate. Those are the communication. When you are talking about energy reading is not about a literal communication. It's not gonna tell you, oh, but it can be, but it takes time. It takes really time, and believe in it, and a lot of dedication to it. It's like, what is this fear coming from? Where is this openness coming from? Who this openness is directing to? Okay, which, like all these details we can get into. But initially, you don't have to. Those are the communication they are trying to give you. They are trying to give you that sensation to your body first. That's how energy communicates. Energy is very much, so much embedded in the present tense. They don't, everything is happening right now. The moment you are looking at this card, the moment you are ready to communicate with this card, whatever happening to your body, whatever happening to your mind, these are very present, active, alive moments. And energy communicates, universe communicate with us always in a present terms. So be present in that moment, however you are feeling, however you are sensing, however be aware of your body. Be aware of your body, because that's the only way we can absorb present, to by being in the moment, being in our body. Everything else can go astral, cosmic, everywhere else, but the body is the only material part that we are given with, and this is the only part that it can hold and stay in the moment. So always connect this energy, connect this sensation, connect this knowledge, whatever you are feeling, directly to your body senses. Okay, so today it's not about reading. It's not about, okay, this is, I'm not gonna tell, oh, this means this happening to your life, that happening, that is like far advanced. No, it's not even advanced. It's not about advance. If not, okay, I'm gonna take that back. It's not about advancement. That is a different energy. We are not talking about that stage yet. We are not talking, and maybe we are gonna go there, but right now we are talking about how to train your body to listen to this energy and be in that bodily present moments. Okay, so like the same, you can do with this. And again, like for you, if you feel like you just need to soak your hand into the cold water, that can make you feel like your hand just open up to this energy available to you. That's up to you. For me, it's fire. So I go again with this, and I try to put it on this, and then like every like this card is giving me such a it's like like plunging into this into this ocean. The moment I touched it, it's like a plunging into the ocean. There is a such a sense of flowiness, such a sense of spontaneity, such a sense of trust that coming to me, but like again, when you do it, try in your house, and like whenever you like see what sense is coming to you, and no matter what sense come to you, always remember, nothing is here to harm you. Nothing is here to harm you. You created energy circle around you, and you are within that circle, and nothing is here to harm you. Nobody is your enemy. Energy doesn't work with that kind of, nobody is enemy. Nobody is trying to do anything that harmful to you. Universe itself is a very loving energy. When you get into this synchronization with the energy of universe, energy of soul, it's always love, it's always acceptance, it's always this vibrational guidance to really attune with yourself. So never be fearful, because always remember, before you get into this, before, no matter how, I know that this card gets a lot of bad rap, but those are the, those are our projection to the card. This card is just a card. This card is as pure as any other object around us. It has no positivity, it has no negativity. Every object around us is always exist in present and always exist in neutral. The positivity, negativity is caused by the reaction with the another energy. That means when we in reacting, or responding to that energy, that creates that polarity, that creates that positivity, negativity. But everything without any interaction always exist in the neutral form of existence, just pure existence. So okay, so I think this is our first session, and we're gonna do again. I'm gonna try to do this. Okay, hold on, let me do this. So yeah, so we are gonna please let me know like how it is helping you, or also I'm also gonna open up, if you want like one-on-one, like one-on-one coaching with yourself, with me. You can also reach out to me, and hopefully we will have some time to do that as well. Because everybody is different, everybody is, we need to get really deep into our own core. The whole process of energy reading is making our core so solid, so secure, so loved, that we are ready to open up, we are ready to be vulnerable, we are ready to be not afraid, we are ready to see what we have never seen, we are ready to experience what we have never experienced. But that doesn't come with force, that come with only love, for ourselves, for not for just ourselves, that comes with the syncing with the love vibration. And that takes a little bit of time to get there. It's a soul vibrational, so we are kind of transmuting our energy from mind vibrational to soul vibration. And energy vibrate at the level of soul vibration. It's not mind, it's not a negative, positive, polarity, good, bad, evil, all these things. No, soul vibration is the unity, is the vibration of the unity, and energy vibrates at the unity. So if we really want to read energy without any bias, without any fear, without any predisposed emotion, it's, in its truest form, we need to vibe ourselves also with the soul vibration, which is the vibration of unity. So we are gonna, I know that everybody works differently, everybody, because all of our soul is one. At the same time, we are very diverse, because the oneness have like compacted with so much of otherness that create this oneness so beautiful with all these colors. So everybody is different. So if you feel like you need personal one-on-one, you can also reach out to me. We'll figure out some time for that as well. So today is our first session. Hope this helps, and let me know how you feel about it. All right, bye bye.